Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the July 25th, 2019 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please.
Ms. Gray, Mr. Margraf.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
No. Approval of minutes of meeting of June 20th, 2019 and June 27th, 2019.
I recommend we approve the minutes for those two dates.
And I'll concur. Item A, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kalwinski requesting $16,700 and $41,000 of gaming funds be allocated for supervision of the Water Garden lighting and 139th Street reconstruction project with United Consulting. His request has been signed by himself as well as the mayor.
I recommend that we approve Councilman Kowinski's request.
And I'll concur. Item B, professional services agreement with United Consulting for construction supervision of 139th Street reconstruction project at a cost of $16,700.
This contract's been reviewed by the engineering department and the law department. It is from the previous action, and we would ask for your blessing on this action, please.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we approve that agreement with United Consulting.
And I'll concur. Item C, professional services agreement with United Consulting for construction supervision of the Roosevelt Drive, Hammond Court, Burton Court, and Torrance Avenue lighting improvements.
This contract's been reviewed by engineering and the law department. It is also part of the action of item A, the $41,000 for construction supervision. We ask for your approval on this action.
Okay, I recommend we approve that agreement with United Consulting.
And I'll concur. Item D, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kalwinski requesting $40,671.22 of gaming funds be allocated for change order number 1, 141st Street lighting improvements, Grover Avenue to Calumet Avenue, and Stanton Avenue lighting improvements, 115th Street to Railroad Street for sidewalk removal and replacement quantities. His request has been signed by himself as well as the mayor.
I recommend we approve Councilman Kowinski's request.
And I'll concur. Item E, change order number 1 received from United Consulting with an increase in cost of $40,671.22 for the 141st Street lighting improvements and Stanton Avenue lighting improvements.
This has been reviewed by the engineering department and recommended by the engineer, United Consulting, for additional work needed on the last year's lighting project that was completed this year, and we would recommend approval of this action.
Okay, I recommend we approve the change order from United Consulting.
And I'll concur. Item F, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kowinski requesting $30,000 of gaming funds be allocated for the 2019 road maintenance program. Request has been signed by the councilman as well as the mayor.
I recommend we approve Councilman Kowinski's request.
And I'll concur with that. I need to see that. Item G, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kowinski requesting $1,495.20 of gaming funds be allocated for change order number 1 in the Warwick Avenue drainage project. His request has been signed by himself as well as the mayor.
Great, thank you.
Okay, I recommend we approve Councilman Kowinski's request.
And I'll concur. Change order number 1 received from Nice Engineering, Inc. for the Warwick Avenue drainage project with an increase in cost of $1,495.20 to close out the project.
Yes, this was some additional work that we had to do on a project 1624 Warwick where we did some drainage improvements. Resident homeowner had standing water in his curb line, and There was some court action taken as a result of some of the work that the homeowner had done at that location. So this was just to improve a drainage situation and try to correct a defect, and we ask your approval of this action.
Okay, I'm going to recommend we approve the change order for Nees Engineering.
And I'll concur. Correspondence received from Mayor McDermott Jr. requesting $20,000 of Mayor's 2019 gaming funds be allocated for a contract with First Group Engineering for general engineering services. His request has been signed by himself, the mayor.
I recommend we approve Mayor McDermott's request.
And I'll concur. Page 2. Item J, correspondence received from Four Seasons Plumbing requesting approval to replace a sewer line in the alley at 6348 New Jersey Avenue.
This has been reviewed by the engineering department and recommend approval. Thank you.
Okay, I am going to recommend we approve the correspondence from Four Seasons Plumbing.
And I'll concur.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item K, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 7736 Belmont Avenue.
We have a new owner at this house. It's, from my understanding, 75% completed. There are some issues with the dates, but I will work with the owner to, if we get to that deadline, he's not prepared, he wanted to extend the time, we'll work with him at that point. I want to keep the dates that are in there as they were, as an original agreement.
So do we need to set this for status at some point, or?
There's a deadline on,
Trying to find the deadline here.
set it for October, whatever,
Wanna stick
Thursday
with
after the 30th,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. If he needs more time and he's been progressing, we'll go from there.
Okay.
He wanted to send it to December, but that's to me too far out.
November 7th then, right after that, you said?
So you want to stick to your timelines, what you're saying? October
Yes.
30th?
Yes,
So we'll set this for November 7th, that seems like the next one.
that'd be fine.
All right, sorry.
Okay, so, okay, then I'm gonna recommend that we set that, over for status for November 7th, 2019.
And I'll concur.
Thank you.
Thank you. Status here, item L, status hearing on property located at 242 Doty Street.
All that we have in our system is that there was a demo inspection that was performed on March 3rd, 2019. We have not entered a rehab agreement. We have seen no movement. There's been no permits. There's been no action on this. We give it a status of 60 days, and we'll have to check with Kevin, see if, Kevin Smith, see if they want to go ahead forward with the demolition.
The 19th or 26th of September? 26th. Okay, I'm gonna recommend that we set that for status for September 26th, 2019.
And I'll concur. Okay. Item M, status hearing on property located at 6145 Ray Avenue.
There has been some improvements on this house. There was a new roof. It passed a rough framing and insulation inspection, and also passed electric and HVAC. They still need to bring a plumber in. One of the things in the rehab agreement was that substantial completion by August 25th, 2019. So I'd like to set it for Thursday after August 25th, and we'll see what the status is at that point. We'll see if we can get another inspection before then.
29th?
That's fine.
29th, is that okay? Okay. I'm gonna recommend we set that for status for August 29th, 2019.
And I'll concur.
Doty? Marco, how you doing? So we did, Marco Marino is for the owner of 242 Doty.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's my understanding he's in the process of getting a bond. He's got the work. I think he's met with the city.
We have had a demo inspection back in March.
And again, this gentleman's had some health issues that have kind of slowed him down a little bit. But He's telling me that he's just getting the bond. He should have it within a week, and then the work can start.
Okay, so we set it out for 60 days, I believe, so
September 26th.
Okay, then he should be fine by that day. Okay, all right. Thanks, Mr. Curry.
Thank you. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Item N, rental registration hearing on property located at 6642 Parish Avenue. Mr. Lopez?
Yes.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. I failed to receive my notice for the April 15th deadline. I came in on March 2nd, and I was told I was going to have to come to this hearing. I'm under 2 FMLAs, caring for my mom and myself with medical issues, and a Chapter 13 on top of everything else. I was in compliance last year. Last year I did receive my my notice in time.
Okay.
Yes, this is 2 units. Mr. Lopez occupies the front unit, he always has. So this is the rear unit in question. He has registered before and only owes for 2019.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we waive the late fee. Sir, you can register that at a cost of $5 at the conclusion of today's meeting if you want to stay.
I'll still wait here until the conclusion.
Just wait here. sir.
She'll give you a card.
And I'll concur. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item O, rental registration hearing on property located at 2347 New York Avenue.
State your name and your address.
Sure, Dominic Calantuno. I live at 1414 Amy Court. I bought the property in 2016. I did not receive a reminder card. I was dealing with my girlfriend who was in surgery on the day. I thought I had to May 1st. I realize now it's April 15th.
Yes, this is 2 units, as the gentleman stated. He did purchase it in 2016. He did register 17 and 18. He just didn't register for 19. So 2 units, owes for 2019. No issues.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to recommend that we waive the late fee. You can also register both units at a cost of $5 per unit at the end of today's meeting. Just keep in mind that we like to remind everybody that you have from January 1st to April 15th.
Yep.
So there's quite a bit of window in
Yeah,
there.
now it's going to be Super Bowl. So as soon as Super Bowl comes, I'll pay.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's my recommendation.
And I'll concur. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item P, rental registration hearing on property located at 7604 Catalpa Avenue.
State your name and address.
Good morning, Joyce Martin. We are out of town. We have been in Texas working with Hurricane Harvey, and so my registration did not reach me, and we never pay our taxes on the 15th. We always have an extension, so it just went nowhere, not thinking of it at all, until I got the notice that we were late, or the reminder thing. So anyway, I'm asking that it also be waived, and we will definitely make a better note.
This is 1 unit. It was registered previous, only owes for 2019.
Okay, ma'am. I'm going to recommend that we waive the late fee.
Thank you.
You can also stay after and register at a cost of $5 per unit if you'd like.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I'll concur. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item Q, rental registration hearing on property located at 7207 Carolina Avenue.
State your name.
Hey, Tina Sinkin. I'm here on behalf of Larry Sinkin.
Go ahead.
He gave me his information to get the sticker, and I paid late myself, 3 days late, so he was 3 days late. I got a $500 fine because it was my second time. This is his first time of being late, 3 days.
It's registered previous, only owes for 2019.
1 unit.
1 unit.
Okay, ma'am, you've probably heard me talk to everybody else. I'm going to recommend that we waive the late fee. Keep in mind, like, again, you have 3.5 months So make sure next year you make a reminder for yourself, okay?
Okay.
Wait till after the meeting and register the unit.
All right, thank you.
You recommend it, right?
Yes.
And I'll concur with the recommendation.
Yes, right.
Thank you. Item R, rental registration hearing on property located at 4316 Dearborn Avenue.
Puede decir su nombre y dirección.
Lydia Reyes, 2814 140 Street, Chicago.
I spoke briefly with Ms. Reyes before the meeting today. She contends that she did pay, so this is one unit, registered previous and owes for 2019. She contends that she did pay for 2019. She was late, but she was able to pay. We don't have that in our system. So we agreed that we would give this 1 week. She could bring in any paperwork showing that she did pay for 2019. So if we can set this over for next week.
Is that okay then? Okay, then I'm going to recommend we set this for status for August 1st.
I confused with my paper, maybe I can, but I don't know if I pay.
Let's set this for status for August 1st,
August 1st.
2019.
I'll concur.
Entonces,
Thank you.
regresar.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias, eh.
Okay, listo.
Just we don't do anything like this,
Right, right. Item S, rental registration hearing on property located at 2719 Cleveland Street and 7617 Jackson Avenue.
Hi, good morning. Lisa Dom. We were late paying our registration fee. We had a house fire at our home, so we didn't receive any mail. So we were late paying those.
Ms. Dom, in 2015, were you sent any correspondence from Smith Sursick regarding any rental registration owed between 2010 and 2015?
I'm not sure.
Okay. The attorneys have been trying to get a hold of Paul. Is that your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently, it was sent to Smith Sursick back in 2015 for registration owed between 2010 and 2015. Mr. and Mrs. Dom have owned this house since 2004. They had registered for 16, 17, and 18. They did not register for 19. At this point, we did get a hold of Smith Sursick, and they did say that they were still trying to get a hold of you
Okay.
regarding that rental registration
Okay.
for those years. Okay? At this point, I am asking for a fine.
Okay, you said it's one unit for 2000, one unit, both addresses, or are we just doing one at a time?
Let's do one at a time. 2719.
Okay, so one unit for 2019, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to recommend for that address, for the one unit, that we impose the $500 late fee. Since this has happened before, and there's
Okay.
still an ongoing issue, that's why I'm making that
Okay,
recommendation.
I didn't know anything about that one. Okay.
All right. As for 7617, this is one unit, owes for 2019. Mr. and Mrs. Dom have owned this house since 2012. In 2014, per Board of Works decision dated 1/23/14, showed good cause, owes $80 for a 2013 rental registration. So this is the second time that they're late on this property.
Again, Jaime, that's one unit for
This is one unit.
2019, right?
That's fine, one.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to waive the late fee on that address,
Okay.
but I will warn you that obviously you have 3.5 months to do that.
Okay.
And if this comes up again, we're going to impose a late fee for both, okay?
I understand.
So whatever you got to do to make sure that doesn't happen again.
What is a good address for you currently, where you can receive mail?
We're getting a move-in date to our house. So, the 242 Oakwood address.
Is good, okay.
Yes.
All right. You'll be receiving correspondence then
Okay.
from Smith Sursick.
Okay, and I'll get something in writing today when I leave here?
When you finish today, if you want to wait till the meeting's over,
Yes.
you can pay that. I apologize for the fire, but you understand.
Right.
We can't let this keep going on and on.
Right,
okay?
no, I understand.
Okay,
And I'll concur with Mr. Long's recommendations on both properties.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Item T, rental registration hearing on property located at 6128 Noble Avenue.
Please state your name and address.
My name is Betsabe Angelica Avila. My husband's name is Juan J. Avila. And I was late. I don't remember how many days or, and that wasn't months. And when I noticed it is because it's just an explanation, not an excuse, but my husband had a stroke, and I've been taking care of him. And it's been hard for me because he was the only one who was doing that before, everything. So now it's like I have to, get that and get the gasoline in my car and all that, and I didn't know how to. Anyways, but that's an explanation, like I said. And if I have to pay, well, I have to pay, but I just come to tell you why I didn't pay. I don't know how long was it, maybe was days or months, I don't remember.
This is one unit, registered previous, only owes for 2019.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to recommend that we waive the late fee. You can stay after the meeting today and register at a cost of $5. And I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
Thank you.
And I'll concur. Thank you. Item U, rental registration hearing on property located at 7520 Chestnut Avenue. Mr. Jessup?
This has been a registered rental since 2006. It was given an appeal before the Board of Works in 2017, and no late fee was given then. This is one unit, owes for 2019, so we're asking for a fine.
Okay, my recommendation, obviously, because they're not here and they've had problems in the past, is that we impose the $500 late fee for that address.
Thank you.
And I'll concur. Thank you. Item V, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing be set.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we,
20.
okay, I'm going to recommend that we set that for September
Gonna be here?
26, 2019. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll concur. Oh, man.
We're running out of time.
Okay, that goes over here. All right. Item W, change order 002 received from Leopardo Companies, Inc. to replace the existing dispensing systems at the fueling station and diesel station at a cost of $22,847. No idea, Mr. Button? Well, we can approve subject to the controller, law department reviewing it just to make sure that, it's been discussed with the controller.
Just the law department.
I don't see, and we're not sure if this needs to be done today. She did, okay.
So we're just, okay, we're good?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we approve the change order.
And I'll concur. Item X, correspondence received from Mr. Brian Miller, Director of Public Safety, Purdue University Northwest, requesting permission to hold an outdoor movie a barbecue and outdoor music on August 15, 2019, and August 16, 2019, during student move-in days. Yeah, we've done this before.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we approve Mr. Brian Miller's request.
And I'll concur. That's some good undergird to getting the students ready for school.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Item Y, correspondence received from Mr. Tyson Bowers, 6347 New Hampshire Avenue, requesting permission to have a 20-foot container placed in front of his house with an additional 40 feet of street blocked off to allow a vehicle to be loaded into the container from Friday, August 2nd, 2019 through August 9th, 2019. Yeah, because we can address it next, we can advise him. Okay, we'll do that.
I spoke to him, President, he's moving on to state, and that's why he needed the additional information, space behind the containment, because they're loading his vehicle and taking it home. He's being really illustrated by the job.
It takes 7
I
days.
haven't spotted anything, so, yeah, well, that's what the odds are.
It's kind of weird it's taken 7 days to load the vehicle. Okay, I'm going to recommend that we forward this to engineering for their approval.
And I'll concur. Item Z, correspondence received from Ms. Amy Lovely, 7207 Bering Parkway, requesting permission to place a storage container in front of her residence from July 26, 2019 through August 5th, 2019. No driveway. Do you think this is something that we could set on Parkway with, that street's somewhat narrow for cars to navigate down anyway, with cars parked on the sides?
I agree, I just don't know if they pick the container up after it's been set in the parkway. I don't know if they need a flat surface to do that.
Well, they want it in front of their residence, which is obviously it's paved.
But it's narrow one way.
Right.
We've all those houses have driveways.
Hers is in the alley in the back. She doesn't have one on the street. Was it 26th? Tomorrow or Saturday?
Tomorrow, yeah. For approval, subject to engineering review. Okay, I'm going to recommend we approve it subject to engineer's review.
I'll concur. Thank you. Page 3. Item double A, correspondence received from the residents of the 7500 block, 7600 blocks of New Hampshire Avenue requesting 3 of the 4 no parking signs placed be removed. We're going to refer this to, okay.
Okay, you also, or just them? Okay, I'm going to recommend that we forward this to Public Works for their review and approval.
And I'll concur. By the way, was the use of that word, was it okay? Thank you, thank you. Item BB, garage sale permit submitted for approval, because otherwise, the pressure's really on.
Because really, Lynn is our undergird, isn't she?
Yes, yes, yes. All right, let me see here. 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, she's our foundation man.
Oh. Okay, mine are good.
Bless you. Okay. All right, my man.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that we approve the garage sale permits.
And I will concur with that. Item 6, matters from other board members. Mr. Long?
No, sir?
Oh, but I do have one. This is from ICC, which is Illinois Construction Company, correct?
Constructors,
Mr.
yeah.
Button, Constructors. Be closing Calumet and Conkey once again on August 1st. You want to,
This is for the bridge deck pour over Calumet Avenue. When they poured the first approach bridge decks, some cement leaked through the pan decking. We don't want that to drip on cars as they're coming by. They're asking for a 4-hour closure next Thursday. So we only received this late yesterday afternoon, so I apologize for the lateness of the submittal. We have reviewed this. It still requires NDOT approval, but for this time, we'd like your concurrence. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to recommend we approve that request.
Thank you.
and I will concur. Matters from other department heads or their representatives? No one? New business, I see none. Old business, I see none. Meeting's open to the public. Anyone out in the audience care to speak?
Okay,
Mr. Long?
recommend that we adjourn the meeting.
And I'll concur.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.